Think of the world, of the earth, of the stars in the dark, being alive. Just being here with you is a blessing to me. It's a miracle. With the knowledge of knowing of what has been done for us, seeing the things the love people gave to us, living the life that we have right now. There are lessons for us to learn and discover through the difficulties and hardships that we face. So, blessings in the air. And I say, hey, my friend, just look around. There's more than you can see. Oh, God's a new time. Many things I'm grateful for in my life. Think of the love that you have all around in your life. It's irreplaceable. All through the years, what made you strong, made you fall all along. They built who you are. With the knowledge of knowing of what has been done for us, seeing the things the love people gave to us, living the life that we have right now. There are lessons for us to learn and discover through the difficulties and hardships that we face. So, blessings in the air. And I say, hey, my friend, just look around. There's more than you can see. Oh, God's a new time. Many things I'm grateful for in my life. And I say, hey, just open up your eyes to the blessings in your life. Oh, God's a new time. Many things I'm grateful for in my life. We may be blinded by the ones in our minds and losing what's right in front of us. And I say, hey, my friend, just look around. There's more than you can see. God's a new time. God's a new time. Many things I'm grateful for in my life. And I say, hey, just open up your heart to the people in your life. God's a new time. Many things I'm grateful for in my life.
You too, and good morning, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Welcome to the Sunday Puja and Dhamma sharing online, organized by MSBS and supported by KBCM. Today is the 27th of February 2022. Hope everyone is staying healthy and staying safe. Good to see Sister Kut walking about. I now shall pass the mic over to Sister Kut to start today's puja.
Thank you, Brother Terence. It's good to be back again for this Sunday Puja. Now, we are glad that everyone is safe and healthy. We hope that everyone continue with the SOP because the COVID variant is very transmissible. However, we must not be paranoid about it. We follow the SOP because our minds are very strange, it's a very, very strange organ. If we do not, if you are not mindful about it, it can run away like a runaway horse. Right, today we have Brother Tan also, who is going to turn into a storyteller. He's going to talk about the Jataka story. And usually storytellers, when they tell stories, there's always a moral or a teaching behind it. So let us listen afterwards to see what is the lesson to be learned from these Jataka stories. Right, now let us compose our minds. Stay calm and focused as I read the offerings that we put on the altar. Offering of lights. May we offer these candles burning brightly out of deep respect and veneration to our enlightened Master, the Buddha. May these lights symbolically guide us to the light of the Dhamma, which dispels the darkness of greed with the light of generosity, the gloominess of hatred with the light of love, and the darkness of ignorance with the light of wisdom through the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Offering of joss sticks and incense. May we offer these joss sticks and incense out of deep respect and veneration to our blessed Master, the Buddha. May the fragrance of these joss sticks and incense be pleasing unto the gods and devas. May our good deeds be like the fragrance of these joss sticks, cultivating compassion, patience, tolerance, understanding, and love towards all living beings. Offering of water. May we offer this water to symbolize our aspiration to cultivate the virtues of calmness, clarity, and purity. Let it remind us to diligently cleanse ourselves of our spiritual defilements and delusions through the cultivation of generosity, compassion, and wisdom. Offering of flowers. These flowers too we offer out of deep respect and gratitude to our compassionate Master, the Buddha. These flowers, sweet, beautiful, and choice, are clustered at the feet of our noble Master. Beautiful as they are now, they will soon, with the passing of time, wilt and fade and be cast away. Reflecting thus on this very nature of unsatisfactoriness, impermanence, and soullessness, let us tread the path shown by the Buddha for the eradication of suffering here and now. Now, let us prepare ourselves to begin the Sunday Puja chanting. Before we begin, let us say sadhu 3 times as a homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Adinādana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Kāmesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Surameraya majjapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddha bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo sandittiko akaliko ehipasiko opanaiko paccatang veditabbo vinyuhiti Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Samicipatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala Esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakhineyo anjali karaniyo anuttarang punyakhet tang lokasati Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbatane supatititang Saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada Yasamule nisinno Bari vijayang aka Pato sabanyutang satta vande tang bodhipadapang Ime ete mahabodhi lokanatena pujita Ahang pite namasami bodhi raja namatute Gana sarapalitena dipena tamadang sina Tiloka dipang sambuddhang pujayami tamonudang Ganda sambara yuttena dupena ang sugandhina Pujaye pujaniyan tang puja bhajana muttamang Adivase tuno bante paniyang parikapitang Anukampang upadaya patigang hatumuttamang Adivasetuno bante bhojanang parikapitang anukampang upadaya patigang hatumuttamang Adivasetuno bante gilana pacayang imang anukampang upadaya patigang hatumuttamang Vandaganda gunopetang etang kusuma santating Pujayami munindassa siripada saroruhe Pujemi buddhang kusumena nena punyena metena ca hotu mokkang Uppang milayati yata idang me kayo tatayati vinasa bhavang Akasatta ca bummatta devanaga mahidika Punyantang anumodetva cirang rakhantu lokasasanang Akasatta ca bummatta devanaga mahidika Punyantang anumodetva cirang rakhantu desanang Akasatta ca bummatta devanaga mahidika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakhantu mang parang Devo vasatu kalena sasa sampati hetu ca Ito bhavatu loko ca raja bhavatu dhammiko Idang menyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo Idang menyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo Idang menyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo Imina punya kamena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yaga nibbana patiyang Kayena vacha cittena pamadena maya katang Acayang kamame bante buri panya tathagata Kayena vacha cittena pamadena maya katang Acayang kamame dhamma sandittika akalika Kayena vacha cittena pamadena maya katang Acayang kamame sangga supatipanna anuttara Karaniya Metta Sutta Karaniya matta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamecca Sakko juca sujuca suvaco ca samudu anatimani Santus sako ca subaro ca appakicco ca sallahu kavutti Santindriyo ca nipako ca appagabbo kulesu ananugitto Na cha khuddhaṃ samācare kiñciyena viññyo pare upavadeyum sukhino vakemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta ye kecipana bhutatti tasavata varava anavasesa digavaye mahantava majjhima rasakanukatula dittava yeva additta ye jadure vasanti avidure bhutava sambhavesiva sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta na paro parang nikubbeta nati manyeta kata cinang kanci biaro sana patiga sanya nanya manya sadukka miceya mata yata niyang puttang ayusa eka putta manurakhe evang pisabba bhutesu manasang bhavaye aparimanang mettang ca sabba lokasmin manasang bhavaye aparimanang uddhaṃ ado ca tiriyaṃ ca asambhadaṃ averaṃ asapattaṃ tittaṃ caraṃ nisinno va sayano va yavatassa vigatamiddo etaṃ satiṃ aditteya brahmametaṃ viharaṃ idamahu dittinca anupagamma silava dasanena sampanno kame suvinaya gedang nahi jatu gappaseyang punareti etena sajja vajjena sottite hotu sabbadā etena sajja vajjena sottite hotu sabbadā etena sajja vajjena sottite hotu sabbadā. By this declaration of the truth, may we all be safe and healthy at all times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Over to you, Brother Terence.
Thank you, Sister Kut. As mentioned this morning by Sister Kut, today we will have a storytelling session by Bro Leng Huat. The Jataka story is stories of Buddha's previous life. Now let's hear what Bro Tan have to say today. I think he will continue on this as a series of talk, correct, Bro Tan?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yeah, I'm turning myself to be a storyteller now. Yeah. I'm turning myself. Hold on, I got two equipments working. So, okay, now it's very much. Hold on, give me a second, please. Okay, sorry, I have two equipments working. Don't know, I have two equipments working, so of course I've got a bit of a problem. Okay. So we will begin with a new story today, but before I begin my storytelling, let me explain to you what is the Jataka story. Yeah? Many of us are very new. We don't know what is the Jataka story. Yeah? Okay. In the Buddhist text, we call it the Buddhist Bible. In the Buddhist books, we call it the Tipitaka. Buddhist official book is called the Tipitaka. It is not a one-volume thing. It's not just like a one-volume thing. It is about 32 volumes actually altogether. There's 2 books altogether. There's a lot of books, a lot of books. And these are divided into 3 sections called the 3 baskets. That's called Tipitaka, 3 baskets or the 3 canons, we call it, which we have got the Sutta Pitaka, which consists of all the suttas, the teachings of the Buddha, and the Vinaya Pitaka, which is more on the discipline that all the monks will adhere to. But there are some also stories there. There are some also teachings there. And the 3rd book is called the Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is the 3rd book. So we got the Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, and Abhidhamma. Suttas are the suttas, Vinaya all the Vinaya rules, and the Abhidhamma are the further teachings, more detailed teachings of the Buddha. Okay, so now where is this Jataka story coming from? We just focus also to the Sutta Pitaka, okay? Sutta Pitaka, we've got 5 Nikayas there. We've got the Majjhima Nikaya, we've got the Digha Nikaya, we've got the Samyutta Nikaya, we've got the Anguttara Nikaya, and we've got the Khuddaka Nikaya, okay? And okay, now we've got 5 Nikayas. Now we just focus ourselves to the Khuddaka Nikaya now, okay? In the Khuddaka Nikayas, they have got 15 books, okay? Now the Burmese have got 18 books, right? They've got extra 3 books there, which consist of the Malinda Panha, and the other 3 books, we don't really kind of focus on it. But the Burmese, yes, okay? Okay, Burmese have 18 books, we got 15 books in the Khuddaka Nikaya. And where does the Jataka story come from? It came from the 10th book of the Khuddaka Nikaya. In the Khuddaka Nikaya, the 10th book is called all the Jataka stories are there. And today, the story that I'm going to tell you, actually, okay, and Jataka story means the birth stories of the Buddha. There are 554 stories altogether. And it tells a story about, it recounts some of the Buddha's former lives, during which the long journey of his life as a Bodhisattva. He was born as an animal, he was also reborn as a human, as well as Deva, all cycles he have gone through. And each time he perfected his own kind of paramis there. He lived a very good life each time. So he developed himself from all these stories until he became Prince Siddhartha and then the Buddha. Okay, so that is the Jataka story. Okay, today I have chosen for you a very simple story called, and all the stories are very simple, but the profound meanings, of course. It's called Duddubhajātaka. Duddubhajātaka, the sound the hare heard. Hare as in the rabbit. Sound the hare heard. The hare heard a certain sound. Okay. Now, one day at Jetavane, the Buddha was staying at Jetavane, Anathapindika Sarame, the place. They always chant their suttas in the Mangala Sutta also, yeah. Anathapindika Sarame. Okay, so Buddha was staying there. And one day, when they went out for their alms round and they saw many of these ascetics, many of the ascetics, they sleep on bed made of thorns, and then they do all kind of self-mortification, all kinds of self-mortification, and then many forms of asceticism, many forms. They believe in all this kind of self-torture and all those things. Okay, so one day the monks asked the Buddha, all these things that we see, is there any truth or not in these practices? Sleeping on bed of thorns, and at night you torture yourself, you sleep, can't sleep well, all the thorns pricking you, or they do a lot of self-mortification, they want to eat, or they sleep standing also, don't forget, now some of them will sleep standing also, they don't lie down. So they kind of have a lot of stringent practices which the Buddha didn't agree. Remember the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, the Buddha says no self-mortification first. So the Buddha even So the Buddha never agreed with all this, So then the monks asked the Buddha, is there any truth in all this practice or not? The Buddha says, no, there is no truth. It is like the tale, the story of the sound the hare heard, the Buddha says. So the monk says, but Bhante, we do not know what it's all about, the sound the hare heard. Can you tell us the story? Then the Bhante told the story. See, once upon a time, they leave a hare, okay? Hare or a rabbit. So the rabbit was living freely in a big forest, living freely there. And then there's a lot of all these 𝓿𝙝𝙖𝙢𝙢𝙎 trees. 𝓿𝙝𝙖 trees are trees with big fruits. Big fruits, when they are ripe, orange in color, and then they will fall, So quite difficult to imagine now, because for us, I think better to imagine a coconut, better, easier for you. We say the coconut plantation better. So with coconut trees around, 𝓿𝙝, like coconuts are very big, So this coconut, very big coconut tree, then below are all the palm trees, big leaves. So you can imagine. And then this rabbit has got this hare has got a very funny habit, always thinking, what happens when the earth crumbles one day? Always thinking that the earth will come to an end. There must be an end of the world, isn't it? That the world will crumble, and then how we all will die, how am I going to die, So the hare was thinking of all this all the time. Then suddenly, she was thinking or daydreaming, what happens when the earth crumbles. Then he was daydreaming when suddenly one old coconut fell, and the 𝓿𝙝 fell down, and hit against the palm leaves. The sound it makes, went through the boom. Wow. So the poor little hare panicked, terkejut lah. In our language, we say terkejut lah. And he was daydreaming, suddenly heard a big bang, a big thud sound, and then he jumped up, Then the mind started to proliferate, started to go wild. Oh, the world has come to an end. He says the world has come to an end. Wow, I heard the world cracking. So the poor hare ran as fast as she could, running away from this spot, because it's going to crack from there. The world is now crumbling, starting from there, where he was sleeping. Ran and he met many other animals along the way. He met a herd of deers, running. The deer said, hey, brother hare, what is going on? Tell us. So running after him to ask him what's going on. He did not stop, Then he stopped for a while, catch his breath. He says, the world is crumbling down. He said, the world is going to collapse already. It's crumbling. So the hare also panic. The deers panic, followed him, ran also, So they ran and ran. They ran and then they met another herd of boars. And the boss asked them the same question. Hey, why are you running? Why are you running away from? He said, the world is cracking now. The world is crumbling. The world's coming to an end. Better run. Go to the other side now. So they ran. So the boars and the elves also followed. They met another herd of buffaloes. And they asked the buffaloes also, asked them, what are you doing? The world is coming to an end. Run. So ran also together. So you imagine now more and more animals are running. The buffaloes, the oxen, the rhinoceros, the tigers, and even the elephants also panicked, also ran with them. So all were running. They were running to a cliff. Don't forget. There's a big, deep cliff there. So if they run through that one, they're going to die. All going to fall down. All going to fall into the cliff and all going to die. Then there is a lion there. The king lion was there. And the king lion saw the danger. He saw the danger that if they run further, what will happen? They will all fall down the cliff. So the lion can run very fast, of course. The king of the animals, faster than anything else. Ran and ran, overtook everybody and stopped in front, screeching, stop, stop. And then roared 3 times in front of them. Roared and roared 3 times. Then all the animals panicked, they also stopped. He said, why, King Lion, why are you roaring like that? He says, you stop, where are you going? Then the elephant says, the world is coming to an end, it's cracking on the other side, so that's why we are running away. So the lion says, who saw that crack? Who saw? Who heard? Lion says, the elephant says, I don't know, you ask the tigers. The tigers told me. I was running after the tigers told me. Then the lion asked the tigers, why are you running from? He says, the world is crumbling, dear king, so we have to run. Where do you hear it from? I heard it from the rhinoceros, he says. So ask the rhinoceros, where did you hear this from? Rhinoceros says, I heard it from the wild oxen. Wild oxen says, I heard it from the buffalo. So everybody is saying, I heard it from there, I heard it from there, I heard it from there. Then the king lion was very wise. He went to the source. And then went one after another. Elks. Then he asked the elk. And he asked the boars. Then he asked the deers, where do you hear it from? The deer said, from our poor hare behind me. He said, that is the one. That hare is the one who told me it's cracking. So I followed, I ran, I followed. So the king said, okay, now dear hare, show me the spot where the world was cracking. And then the hare also, the hare was frightened. I said, I cannot, trembling, I cannot show you. It's cracking there. I should go with it, we're going to fall there. The lion said, never mind. I will take you there. You jump on my back. I can run very fast. Don't worry. We go there. When it's crumbling, we run back. Don't worry. Have confidence. Then the hare has got a bit more confidence. Although it was trembling, jump over the lion's back, and they went. Okay, the lion took the hare, ran very fast. Tell me, where is the spot that the world was cracking? Then the hare said, I was sleeping there. That part I was sleeping. Then the lion realized the whole story. He knew now, okay, probably a fruit fell, and then he heard the thump. So he says, show me where you slept. So of course the hare was trembling, and thought, this is where I slept. And where did you hear the sound coming from? He said, the other side. And the lion says, come, let's go and see the other side. Then they saw that little fruit, the big fruit, with the 𝓿𝓚 fruit is there. Okay, our case, we said the coconut fruit was there. Then the lion explained, do you know that this thing fell, the coconut fell and caused that thud sound, and you panic? So the hare was embarrassed. Then he agreed. Then he agreed that actually there was no danger at all. It was just the sound of the 𝓿𝓚 fruit falling down to the ground that make the big thud sound. But because he was daydreaming, he thought that he was so loud. That is a problem actually. Correct. I had the same experience once, One morning I was driving along the highway to KL. Those days when I was working in KL, sometimes I come back and then in the morning I drive straight to the office. And then one day, there was I went to the halfway house to ease myself, And then after that, as I opened the door, it touches the door of the next car. It just touched. But that fellow inside was sleeping. So he thought he heard a very big bang, Exactly like what the hare heard, like a big bang. Boom! He told me, hey, don't run away. Wait. Check. Wow, he checked his car. He look. Kiri kanan. He really from end to end. He was looking and see where's the dent. There must have been a dent, because a loud sound. But to me, there's no sound. I opened the door. It was closed. Normal. When you park side by side, you will touch the other car. But he heard a loud bang. He says, this must have dented. Wow, this is exactly what happened. So he looked into the car from back to front, make sure where's the dent. He couldn't find the dent. Correct. Then he went to the front and looked back. Hey, there's no dent. I opened my door to show him where the spot where he will hit, in case he really hit. I showed him the spot. Okay, then he rub. Hey, no dent. But he heard a loud thump, So he panicked, He told me, hey, wait, come and check first. Don't go away. Thinking that I should compensate him if anything happens, but actually nothing really. That is the problem with us today. Right? So the problem is, the lesson we learn here is, we are alarmed by things that we hear. Right? What we do is we panic We panic, So what we do is, our mind has got lots of preconceived ideas Today we have a lot of preconceived ideas about certain things. So the minute certain things happen, we jump to conclusion. Another good example I will give you is specifically now during the pandemic. Right? I was walking also, I was walking for my evening walk. Every evening I walk. Recently, last week, and then I was walking on my side of the road. There were some youngsters in front of me, ahead of me, and they cough, Wow, it was like a big gust of wind, It really blew me off to the other side of the road suddenly, I quickly crawled back to the other side of the road. You see, that is our papancha, our preconceived idea, our perception. We are so scared, COVID. So automatically, wow, macam angin kuat, macam blew me off the road, Wow, I went to the other side of the road suddenly, That is our automatic reaction. Correct or not? We hear somebody coughing means, oh, panic already, you know. Like as though the wind blew me across the road. Actually, I went across lah. The cough didn't blow me off lah. Correct. But I felt like the cough. Suddenly I was on the other side of the road. Suddenly I realized, hey, I'm on the other side of the road. I felt safer lah. Put my mask on, quickly walk lah. You see, that is kind of ideas we have lah. Yeah. That every time we think that every time they cough means it's COVID. That is the problem. Okay. The problem here we have is these preconceived ideas. These preconceived ideas we have, which whenever we see something, it connects to our object better. Whenever we see an object, we see through our eyes. There's nothing wrong with the object. There's nothing wrong with our eyes. It needs the consciousness to trigger the eyes to see the object. There's nothing wrong with the consciousness also. So these three functions together, correct? So the eye sees the object, the consciousness triggers, join them together, the eye sees, and then they send this message to the perception. That is the problem. The perception will interpret what you see and tells you a lot of other stories. If you got preconceived ideas inside you, then your mind will proliferate. That is, in our Buddhist term, we call papancha. You know, we will be thinking of macam-macam, you know, correct? Our mind will start proliferate, is it? Yeah, start going wild, you know, going wild. The mind will start moving and going wild, thinking of macam-macam things. We'll imagine all kinds of things. You see? And that is what the Buddha, in our term, the Buddha says is the papancha. We have to be very careful. Don't let the mind go wild. Right? When the mind goes wild, then we have lots of problems. And these problems, and this is the cause of the problem. Most of the problems are caused by this kind of thing. The mind is clouded with ideas, you know. The mind is clouded with ideas, and mostly these ideas are negative ideas. So the culprit to this case is actually called the habit we have. The habit that we want to, whenever we see things, we want to let our mind go wild, you know, macam-macam, we want to think and think and think and think and think. So we allow the mind to go. So that's where we have to be careful with our mind. We must not have preconceived ideas. Don't interpret things unnecessarily. Right? See things as is. Don't let it grow. You know. So we understand now the culprit is what we call the mind growing wild, which actually in a Buddhist term, we call it the papancha. The papancha, and then our mind, the papancha size, all those things. And see, when we harbor these preconceived ideas, and these ideas are mostly negative ideas, and it grows within us, you know. The slightest event will trigger these preconceived ideas to react. It sends signals to our mind, and then it will proliferate, right? And then that will cause the problem. So we know that conflict is caused by this. Conflict is caused from within. Mostly our conflict is from within, not from without, not from outside. And we allow this to happen. See, so when we allow this to happen, so this you understand that the root now is that the causal process that gives rise to this kind of papancha, this kind of reaction, this kind of wild reaction, wild mind reaction. We know this is actually, it leads from papancha to conflict. It leads us to conflict. Most of this conflict, mostly if we sit down and analyze and think, it is all from within us, not from outside sources. Outside sources cannot make you angry. The anger is all your own control. You want to let it go loose and you get angry. They cannot make you angry. You make yourself angry. Nobody can make you angry. One day my daughter was telling her grandson, you make me angry. The little boy said, Mommy, I cannot make you angry. Mommy, you make yourself angry. How can I make you angry? It's not possible. Its anger is within you. You want to release your anger. So it says you make yourself angry. So we understand now is that it's from papancha, it leads to conflict. The perception and category of papancha that leads you to thinking, then that leads you to desire, you know, desire, then desire that leads you to things that you dear and not dear to you, what you like and what you don't like, and then that leads you to be envy when you don't get it. And when you get it, you become stingy, you want to keep it. Correct? And when you want to keep it, you will pose a lot of rivalry and hostility. More details, you can read this through the 𝓢𝓾𝓷𝓭𝓪 Sutta, where the Lord Sakka came to ask the Buddha, the cause of all this unhappiness. It is because of this. That is because of the desire that leads you to dear and not dear, then conflict and all those things, stinginess, rivalry, hostility. So remember, what one feels, one perceives. That is what we have to be very careful. And I will end this talk today with a very nice short stanza here. I'll read for you this short poem I have here on what we have heard today. It is called "Alarmed by the sound of fallen trees, a hare once ran away. The other beasts all follow suit, moved by the hare's dismay. They hasten not to view the scene, but lent a willing ear. To idle gossips and were clean, distraught with foolish fear. Right? So the word of wisdom here is, they to wisdom calm delight, and virtue's height attain. Though ill examples should invite, such panics fear disdain. Give up all this fear and all this panic. Sit, rationalize. Think of the hare and that story. Think of how we react to COVID. Think of all these stories I've told you, and we can become we can become more relaxed in life. And I think our concept of Sunday Puja will be short and sweet actually. All along it was, but only thing is, of course, I'm also tempted to continue with other things, but we will try to stick to only 20-30 minutes for Sunday Puja. That will be our target. Just a short message and a short puja to begin with our beautiful Sunday morning. So with that, I will say thank you very much for your attention, and I will hand you back to Brother Terence Yao. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much, Bro Leng Huat, for the sweet and story for us to remember. Now, let's dedicate some merits to all beings seen and unseen, wherever they are. Okay, compose our minds, and I shall start. Akasata Jabummata Devanaga Mahidika Punyang Tam Anumoditva Chiram Rakantu Lokasasanang Etavata Cha Amhehi Sampadang Punya Sampadang Sabbe Deva Sabbe Bhuta Sabbe Satta Anumodantu Sabba Sampati Siddhya Idang me nyatinang hotu Sukita hontu nyatayo Idang me nyatinang hotu Sukita hontu nyatayo Idang me nyatinang hotu Sukita hontu nyatayo. Aspirations. Imina punya kamena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana patiya. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you everyone for watching. We are Bro Leng Huat can share more of the stories in future talk.
Thank you.
For other videos, you all may click the links below and look for our YouTube channel or our Facebook Live. Bye bye for now.